I never imagined that a single conversation could tear my entire world apart, but that night it did. It started like any other evening. I was sitting in the living room with a drink in hand, expecting the usual small talk with my wife. But something was different. There was tension in her eyes, and her nervous fingers twisted against each other as if they were trying to hold back what she was about to say. Then, in the calmest voice she could manage, she detonated the bomb. She admitted she was having an affair with her boss. For a moment, my brain refused to accept the words. They echoed inside me, bouncing around until they became unbearable. I stared at her, overwhelmed with anger, confusion, and a hurt so sharp I couldn't even speak. Questions spilled to my head like fire. How could she? For how long? Why? Everything I thought I knew about my marriage, about our life together, was collapsing right in front of me. When I finally found my voice, I asked her why. Why didn't she come to me first? Why risk everything we had built? Then I asked about her friends. Didn't she realize they would eventually find out? That's when another revelation knocked the air out of me. She confessed that it wasn't her who came clean. Her friend had already told me. Not just hints, not vague suspicions, but the full, raw truth. I felt my stomach churn as I remembered that conversation. Her friend had described everything. The way my wife had flirted for months, the excuses, the lies, the hidden texts, the secret meetings. Every detail dragged me further into disbelief. It was like my life split in two, the one I thought I was living and the one that had actually been happening. Every kiss, every smile, every I love you from the past month suddenly felt fake, carefully staged to cover the betrayal. I turned to my wife and demanded, "Why would your friend even tell me this? Why would she betray you like that?" Her answer still chills me. She said her friend told me, because she likes me. She thought my wife was making the biggest mistake of her life, and even after confronting her, nothing changed. So she came to me instead. I didn't know whether to scream or break something. I asked my wife why she never stopped, why she ignored every warning. She just looked at me with guilty eyes and a stubborn edge and said she wanted what she wanted, no matter the cost. Even if that cost was me, the hours that followed were unbearable. I couldn't stop replaying every moment in my mind. The suspicious messages, the odd excuses, the glances I brushed off as nothing. I also thought about her friend, about the courage it must have taken to step into this mess and tell me the truth. As the days dragged into sleepless nights, I realized something. That friend hadn't just snitched. She saved me from being blindsided completely. She handed me the truth, as painful as it was. For that, I felt a strange mix of gratitude and guilt. Grateful that I saw the reality before it destroyed me even more. Guilty because I knew this would forever change everything. Our marriage or friendships, maybe even the way I trust people. I had to face a brutal truth. The people we trust most betray us, and the people we least expect can show loyalty and integrity. Her friend risked conflict, risked losing everything, to give me honesty. That's something I'll never forget. Looking back, that night was a turning point. I had two choices. Let the betrayal consume me or face it, accept it, and begin reclaiming my life. The road wasn't easy. It took weeks and months of rebuilding myself, reevaluating who I could trust, and separating lies from reality. But I learned something priceless. Painful truths are still better than comfortable illusions. The words of my wife's friend still echo in my head. They remind me of betrayal, yes, but also of courage, and of how complicated human relationships really are. They remind me that the truth often comes from the least expected places, and that, no matter how much it hurts, facing it is the only way to move forward. So I share this story hoping someone else sees themselves in it, because betrayal can come from the people closest to you. But truth can come from anywhere. And with that truth, no matter how heavy it feels, comes a chance to take back your dignity, your strength, and your peace of mind. The pain lingers, yes, but the clarity that comes with knowing the full truth, that's something no one can ever take away.